And so today then, building on the work that we've done thus far, I'm announcing a new plan to forgive more loans for 25 million more Americans, including millions of our public servants. And that means, for example, if you've paid undergrad loans for 20 plus years or graduate loans for 25 or more years, your loans will be completely forgiven, regardless of your income and even if you did not graduate.
So what is cultural Marxism? Well, if you're feeling more and more every day like right is wrong and wrong is right, like up is down and girls are guys and guys are girls or whatever they say that they are, and the one that gets me the most, criminals are civil rights heroes and law enforcement are villains. That, in a nutshell, is cultural Marxism. Nothing that came before us matters, the evolution of the country, where it came from, the things that have shaped us. None of that is important to the cultural Marxists. All that is important to them is race, gender, virtue signaling, and if you can combine all three, if you can hit the trifecta, you become immortal.
So if I could just speak to my fellow angry white American guys who are semi-uneducated like me, dudes, give it up. We've been running the show for 10,000 years. It's like we've had a long run as men running everything. And the Yankees could never win as many pennants as we've won in these 10,000 years as men. So why don't we just take a break? Let the majority gender run the show.
Just to see how it would go.
What are you scared of? Women actually like us. Most of us.
Honestly, I don't think anyone's actually afraid of that. But what I think we all should be a little afraid of are people that are pushing ideas about control and leadership and policy, all based on some arbitrary thing that no one can control. I mean, if you're, say, Hillary Clinton, for example, she could have controlled what a terrible freaking human she is, to a degree at least, or at least what a terrible human she acted like, right? She could have controlled her ideas, her policies, her actions, but she cannot control her gender. Now, obviously, there might be a few people that would be frightened by the future that our virtue signaling Michael Moore is advocating for. But I think most of those people would probably actually be women. And if you do fear Michael Moore's future, this is probably why.
We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the earthquake. She ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas. Although I love
for the first time in like
No.
100 years.
No.
Two different. Well, this is what I read.
There's two different kinds of cicadas.
Yes, two different times are coming.
The good cicadas and the bad cicadas.
But for the first time in many, many years.
No, every 17 years this happens.
Well, that's not what I read, but maybe maybe you know better. But
in
I
a
will
way,
say all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists, or something is returning.
Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground.
It happens, and the eclipse. They've known about the eclipse coming because eclipses happen.
Yeah. So the movement of the moon is proof that climate change exists. Anthropogenic climate change. It's all humans' fault. Humans are moving the moon. So give us money and vote blue no matter who, and we'll make sure the moon doesn't do any of that crazy shit ever again. And we're also going to finally, once and for all, we're going to solve the cicada problem. I can hear you guys in the chat already. I know that, Michael Moore was actually talking about political leadership. These are just unserious but very well-paid propagandists on The View. You say no one listens to them. No one cares. I wish that you were right about that. But there are over 1 million people every single day, daily. The same people every day tune in and watch this stuff. And that is scary to me. But point taken, they're just propagandists. Actual leaders could not possibly be that stupid, right?
Provide unique light and energy so that you have the energy of the moon at night. And sometimes you've heard the word full moon. And sometimes you need to take the opportunity just to come out and see a full moon is that complete rounded circle, which is made up mostly of gases. And that's why the question is why or how could we as humans live on the moon? Are the gases such that we could do that? The sun is a mighty powerful heat that is almost impossible to go near the sun. The moon is more manageable, and you will see in a moment, or not a moment, you'll see in a couple of years that NASA is going back to the moon.
Yeah. I mean, what do you say? I can't even believe it's real. I thought it was bad when she told all her supporters for Houston mayor. She told them the wrong day for the election. They all showed up to vote on the wrong day. Obviously, she lost. But man, this woman is on the Congressional Committee for Space Exploration, man. You cannot make that stuff up. But, you know, she's perfect for Michael Moore. She's not a man. She's not white. She's not smart. She'll do. I mean, these are cultural Marxists. These are power-hungry, unintelligent people. And I don't know what we were thinking, but they're the ones in charge, man. They're the ones that are supposedly the best of the best. You know, that was the idea anyway. We were supposed to send the best of the best, but this is what happens when we just all let it slide. I mean, let everything slide. We dismiss the crazies, essentially, basically, because they are crazy. You know, we're like, oh, you think boys are girls? Oh, okay, whatever. Think whatever you want. We're too gun shy to actually talk about that. Oh, you think white people shouldn't be in charge of anything? Okay, cool, whatever. And, you know, oh, you think white people should have to pay for every bad thing that happened hundreds of years ago? We dismiss it because it's just so freaking crazy and nonsensical. But the problem is this stuff is sneaking up on us fast, man. The crazies are emboldened and things are literally being destroyed as rapidly as human possible. But anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.